Hi, it's Bryan and it's October the 13th, and the story of the financial meltdown continues. I've got the Guardian here and I'll hold it here briefly so you can see the headline. And as you can see, the global crisis is falling like moving like a stack of cards. I think a lot of people have failed to understand what the real issue is, and for me, actually, the problem is that what has got us into this position has been the excess of activity in the markets, speculation, consumption, and it is generally the way that we've all lived for the last 50 years. Remember, the last depression effectively lasted from 1929 to 1951. That's a hell of a long time, and in between there was a huge war. I think a failure to understand that we cannot continue as business as usual is going to be so critical, because if we try to resume the way we have been living in a habitual, unthinking manner, then the unwinding and the self-destruction that's going to take place is just going to be unbelievable. I mean, at the moment, oil has actually receded, the price, as a consequence of this horrendous contraction. But the slightest bit of economic upturn will surge the oil price. Now here's the problem, then we'll be even worse off, because what actually triggered this effectively was the rise above $96 a barrel for oil, and when it got to 140, that absolutely pulled the plug on the global economy. So people don't want to see a connection between the monolithic fuel-based culture and the economy, but I've got to tell you that an economy without energy is not an economy. It cannot exist. And so the whole problem is we are failing to understand the unbelievable seriousness of attempting a return to business as usual. It's a complete nonsense. It's such folly. It's utter madness. And my fear is that we're going to actually just go on blindly, because human beings, you know, it's this ethical question of how we behave, and I have to say that we are so self-seeking. And what restraint is there? Governments pander to the owners of capital. God, you've got to, you know, look, if you don't understand what's happening, try it. Just pray that God will take the scales off your eyes, because the majority of people are still so blinded to how this world is being ruled.